on your hips, roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your belly button to connect to your spine. Squeeze your bum. Raise up off of your heels, lower down. Do that again, squeezing your heels towards one another, gripping the inside of your ankles, clasping them towards one another. Up and down. Speed this up. Rise up and lower down. Standing through the crown of your head. Here's 4, 3. Your quads are engaged, lifting your kneecaps all the way up towards your hips. Lower down. Now lift one heel up, bending your knee, switching to the other side, pressing those heels down with as much intensity as you're popping that heel up. 4, 3. Turn this into a knee lift. Pick those knees up by pushing off the balls of your feet, pointing through your ankle. Lift your knee a little higher. Beautiful. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping your feet out nice and wide. Toes and knees face the top corner of your mat. Keep your booty tight. Keep your hands on your hips. Lower down. 2 counts down. Squeeze and lift. Lifting through your booty. Weight is in your heels. Lower. 2. Good. Let's speed this up. 1 count down. 1 count up. You're squeezing your bum the whole time as you lower and lift. Yes. Here's 3, 2. Draw your arms out to the sides. Squat and lower. Stand. 3, 2. Keep your knees bent. Keep your hips low. Reach that right arm up. And then just lean over to the left, thinking about stretching the right side of your body. Reach that right arm up. Arms out. Let's do that other side. Left hand rises. Reach and lean over. Reach those fingers to the far wall. Reach that left arm up. Good. Place your hands on your hips. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee. Change sides. Sweep. Warming up the inside of those legs. Warming up your hips. Your tail is facing and pulling towards the back of the room while your heart reaches towards the front. You can stay here or speed this up. Sweep side to side. Pull your belly away from that mat below. 4, 3, 2. Hold it down on this right side. Placing your hands down onto the mat. Good. Straighten both of your legs. Bend that opposite knee. 3, 2. Straighten both of your legs. Turn your toes in, your heels out. Forward fold. Tuck that chin to your chest. Bend your knees slowly. Roll it all the way up. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back. As you heel toe, your weight is standing. Let's do it. Those shoulder blades all the way into your back pockets. Lengthen through your legs. Chin up to the sky. Draw your chin down to your chest. Zip your pants up as you lower down to a forward fold. Very, very slowly pull that belly all the way to the ceiling. Lower down. When you get to your edge, relax your head. No wrinkles in the back of your neck. Tilt your tail up to the sky. Knees can be soft first. Shift the weight into your heels. Bend those knees a little more. Slowly roll it all the way up. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back. 4, 3, 2. Keep those shoulders plugged into your back pockets. Chest and chin to the sky. Draw that chin towards your chest, and it's like you're peeling your back body off of the wall behind you 1 inch at a time. So keep everything there and then slowly peel from the top to the bottom. Once you find your edge, grab the outside ankle, shin, or thigh. Your elbows fall out to the side. Lift your chest so it's parallel to the mat. Tailbone reaches behind you. Heart and crown of the head reach forward. Now let's lower down into a forward fold. Nice and slow. Elbows out to the side. And then use your hands on those legs to pull your chest through those knees a little more. Bend those knees deeply. Shift the weight to your heels. Roll it all the way up. Shoulders up, down, and back for 3, 2. Hold them back there. Nice tall body. Lengthen through your spine. Draw that chin to your chest. We're rolling down for the last time. Zip and scoop your belly in. Good. Walk your hands out to to a plank push-up position, and then lower down onto your knees, one knee at a time. Focus on your hips being right on top of your knees and your shoulders being right on top of your wrists. Your belly is in, and here's your opposition. I want your tail to reach behind you, and I want the crown of your head to reach forward. You should look at the top edge of your mat. Extend that right leg all the way back behind you. Your belly is in, your waistline is tight. And then let's just lift that leg up and down. Yeah, reach your heart and the crown of the head all the way in front. And then pull that big toe on the right side as far away from that right hip as you can. Find length. Beautiful. Here's 3, 2, hold it up there. Good, zip up your pants, pressing your shoulders away from your ears, pushing your chest away from that mat. 4, 3, 2, bend that knee, lower it down, extend your left leg out, reaching that toe away from your left hip. Make sure you're not sagging in your belly or your chest. Find length, lift that leg up and down, squeeze your glute. That back leg should be stick straight. Do not bend it. Reach the crown of your head forward. Pull your chin away from your chest. You want to be careful that you're not dropping that head and curving that neck up or down. Nice and straight. Zip up your pants. Here's 3, 2. Hold it up there. Beautiful. Bend that knee, lower down. Reset, find your alignment. Your belly and heart are square towards the mat. Extend that right leg and lift that left hand out. Lift, lower down. Press and lift. Here's your opposition. Those left fingers are pulling as far away from those right toes as possible. Press and lift. When you lift your leg and your arm, make sure you're not losing control and arching your back. Stay nice and straight. Lower down. This next one, hold it up. Good, now bend your elbow, bend your knee, connect them underneath your belly, and then lengthen nice and long. So it's a little bit of a cross. Your elbow and knee come center towards your midline, and then you extend all the way back. Beautiful. Find control in your core. Find your stability. So that opposite knee and opposite hand press into the mat. Reach along. Good, let's find 2 more. Last one. Lower your hand, lower your knee down. Extend that left leg out, that right arm up. Find length. Pull those fingers away from your back toes. Beautiful. Lift, lower, up, and down. Go at your own pace. Your chin should be neutral, right? So don't pull it towards your chest. Don't lift your head up too high. Squeeze your bum, zip up your pants. Make sure you find stability in that left shoulder. Press away. Pull that chest away from the mat. Good. Hold your arm and leg out. Bend your knee, bend your elbow. Find a connection at your midline. And then extend. Feel that opposition from your toes to your fingers. Reach, reach, reach. So I want you to reach that arm out of your shoulder. And I want you to reach that back leg out of your hip. Find length and grace, and then find that contraction. When you bring your knee to your elbow, you should feel it in your core. You shouldn't be rounding your back and just dropping down. Feel that contraction. Abs pulling in, elbow drives down, knee pulls up. Last one. Good. Lower your hand, lower your knee. Reset your alignment. Curl your toes right underneath your heels. Good. Now press and lift your kneecaps 1 inch above the mat. Lower down. Good. Press your palms into the ground. Push your chest away. Zip up your pants and lift those kneecaps just 1 inch. Lower down. Do that again. Your spine is straight. Your belly's tight. Lower down. Pressing up, zip. Lower down. One more time. See if you can hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Extend your legs back to a plank. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. This should feel nice. Good. Shrugging your shoulders towards your ears. pulling your armpits towards your kneecaps, tilting your tailbone up to the sky, and then drive your heels down towards the mat, one at a time. Let your head hang heavy. 4, 3, 2, both heels pressing into the ground. Tail shifts up, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet. Bend your knees, slowly roll it all the way up. Tap your right foot forward, and then lift your left knee tall. Step that left foot back, shift your weight, tap forward. Left knee, step it back, tap, tap, lift, step back, tap, tap, and lift. Good, so you're focusing here on that left thigh, driving to the sky. So place your hands in front, push that thigh away, tap, hands in front, push down. Can you feel that resistance you're creating and activating that core? You can speed this up if you'd like. Press. Good, so I want you to focus about that intensity of that thigh driving to the sky, but that control that it's not flinging all the way up using momentum. You're creating muscle stability, pressing and resisting that thigh away. Tap and lift. Good, now remove your hands, but keep that intensity. Up and shoot it back. 3, 2. Good, we're gonna add a little releve, tap. So you're coming off that right heel, up on those toes, lift, tap, zip up your pants, knee drives tall. You can stay here, or you can add a little jump, tap, jump. I don't care what you do with your hands. They can stay on your hips. They can swing in alternating opposition. Take it slow, land soft. You don't ever have to jump in this class. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. You can stick with your releve. You can stick with that knee drive. 3, 2, step to the back of your mat. Left foot taps forward, right knee to the sky. Step it back, tap it front. Left taps, right knee, step back. Left taps, here it is, up, drive, back, tap, up, drive. Good, place your hands in front, push that thigh away. Stand tall in the left side of your body, so you don't want to be sluggish, you don't want to be out of control. Lengthen with intention, press it down. You can speed this up if you'd like. You do not have to. I want you to feel that you are lifting that leg using your lower abdominal muscles. So I don't want you to swing it up and down, right? Create some resistance. Create some core engagement. Stay here, or find that same intensity without using those hands. You can add a releve, lift, and lower down. Good, standing up tall, like somebody's pulling you up to the ceiling with the crown of your head only. Lift and lower. Good, you can add a jump. You can add some arms. Your shoulders must stay away from your ears. Your chest is expanded and proud with every move. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it forward. If you need a drink, go ahead and grab it. If not, you need your hand weights. You don't need to use hand weights if it's too much for your upper body, and if it's too much and you start compromising your technique and your form. If you're ready, you're in first position. Your knees are slightly bent, right? So bend your knees and then get your tail nice and neutral. So your tail should be facing the floor. Reach your arms up and then lower them back down. Lift. Good, now think about lifting with your elbows. Elbows lift you up, elbows press down. So it's not your wrists, it's not the weights, it's not your shoulders, right? Lengthen with your elbows, stand up tall. When your elbows lift, your hips pull off of your ribs. Your ribs pull off of your hips, up. Yes. Here's 3. Squeeze your bum. 2. Hold your arms up. This is first position. Hold them up. Extend that right arm out. Left. Now your left. Here it is. Out. Good. As you do this one at a time, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Drive it forward. Squeeze. Press that weight. Contract your chest. Out. Squeeze your chest in. Out. Squeeze your chest in. As you do this, I want you to make sure your heart isn't opening up side to side. Keep it nice and square. Both arms. Here we go. Out. 2. In. 2. Out. 2. Bend your knees and sink your hips. Stand up tall. Lower down. Drop your hand weights at any time if you need to. If you notice your shoulders are coming up, drop your weights. If you notice your back is arching, drop your weights. Out. 2. Plie down. Last one. Hold your arms out in front. Little pulse. Lift the top of those weights up towards the ceiling. 8, 7, stand tall, shoulders on top of your hips. 4, 3, 2, hold your arms up nice and tall. Reach that right hand overhead. Your left arm drops. Left arm lifts up. Right hand falls. Right hand overhead. Left arm down with control. Pull and scoop it up. Scoop and lower down. Right arm opens. Left arm drops. Pull it up. If you're ready, let's combine these. Move both open. Open and lower. Connecting center. That's what makes this tough. You're not connecting at the bottom, right? You're pulling up and closing that clamshell. Open it up. Lower down. Tap your right toe in front. Out. And then pull and zip it up. Here is 3. Lift. Here's 2. Chest is proud. Last one. Good. Your left hand overhead. Left overhead. Right down. Right up. And then pull it down. Left leads. And then your right. Now the opposite. Right leads. And now your left. 2 more like this. Nice and slow. Nice and proud. Pull those weights away from your heart. Pull them away from your body. Last one like this. Your knees are slightly bent. You are long. Good. Both at the same time. Proud. Zip it shut. Proud. Press and squeeze it close. Lift. Find your length. One more like this, and then we'll add our little tendu. Left toe taps. Tap. And then zip it up together. That right knee is never bending. You're standing tall in that right side. Close your heels together. Here's 2. Nice and tall. Last one. Beautiful. Pull those weights in. Lower them down. Step out to a nice big wide stance. Toes and knees are facing the top corner of your mat. Bend your knees and sink your hips. Rotate your palms out. Your elbows are glued to your side body. Bicep curl. Yeah, we can do this, right? Focus on your elbows being locked in cement. They are not moving. Pressing those weights, pressing your palms, shoulders, and then pushing your knuckles down away. In, press it out. 4, 3, 2. We're going to scoop with that right arm out in front and then pull it back in left side. Out in front. Pull that elbow down and in. Out. And lift. Good. Your chest is not following those weights. You're pulling your chest away from those weights. Back in. One more left. We're going to add a little plie. Bend your knees and sink your hips. Press. Pull it in. Straighten your legs. Press. The weight is in your heels. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze your bum. Push down. Zip up your pants. Press it out. One more either side. Reach. Last one on your left. Reach. Beautiful. Reaching your hands out to the sides. Your thumbs are up. Your palms are facing forward. Shoulders are relaxed. Press your knuckles to the back wall. 1 inch. It's a 1-inch movement. So I want you to think about your chest being proud. And I want you to think about pressing your knuckles to the back wall. Nothing is happening in my body. It's all upper. 4, 3, 2, hold them out, palms to the ceiling, slight bend in those arms, little pulse, up to the sky, lifting up out of your bra strap, right, reach your arms, reach your back, up, 8, 7, 6, here's 4, 3, 2, 1, pull your elbows in, lower those weights, heel toe your way to standing, curtsy forward, drop those weights down, grab yourself a drink, you need your chair. That chair is up towards my right hip, my right hand is on the chair, nice and long, so you never want to use this for weight instability, you just want to use it for a little bit of a balance check. You can also always use a wall. Your heels are together, your toes are turned out, and let's just start with some heel rises, right? Little toe raise, up and down. Focus on your back body. Where are your shoulders? Reaching through the back of your legs, up and down. Your right arm is long. 3, 2, hold your releve up. Walk your heels together, bend your knees and sink your hips. That right arm is long, your shoulders are down, your tail is heavy towards the mat. Press your thighs to the back wall. Keeping your hips steady, press and squeeze, which means your core has to be nice and tight to allow your thighs to press back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, press your thighs back and hold. Squeeze. Squeeze, press them further back. 4, 3, shoulders down. 2, 1, straighten your legs, lower your heels, turn your body to face your chair. Heels together, toes turned out. Extend that right leg back behind you. Your chest is pressing up to the ceiling and leaning forward slightly. Your elbows come in towards your center. Lift that back leg up and down. Lift and lower. Your chest is proud. So I never want you to lean into that chair. I always want you to extend over that chair, right? That will make sure this work stays in your lower half. 4, 3, 2, hold that up to the sky, little pulse. Just lift that heel up to the sky. That back knee is super, super straight. Lift up with hamstring. 8, 7, zip up your pants. Here's 4, 3, hold it steady. Bend your knee, pull that heel towards your glute. Lower down, lower and lift. Keep your hips square. This is a figure 4. You're not in a flamingo, right? And you're not driving that knee out to the side. You're pressing that thigh back behind you. Press it out. So open up your hips the whole time. Lower, lift. 4, 3, where's your belly? Pull it in. Hold it up to the sky. Hold it. Point your toe. Lift that outside ankle, pinky toe up to the ceiling. What's happening with your left side? Make sure it's steady. Don't pop that hip out. Don't lose control. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Toes and knees now face forward. Bend both of your knees. Pressing that right leg back behind you. Flex your foot. Coming down to your forearms, right? Keeping your hips square. They're in a vice. Lift and drive that heel to the sky. Focus on your left knee. It should be staying right on top of your foot the entire time. So press your inner thigh in towards your midline, driving that heel up to the sky. This movement is small but powerful. Chest is proud. Don't drop it towards the mat. I want you to extend it beyond your chair. 4, 3, 2, hold it up steady. Lift that thigh away from the mat. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Woo, round your back. Pull your belly away from that chair. Bend your knees. Slowly roll all the way up. Move that chair to the other side. Now that bar is on your left side. Your feet are wide, toes and knees facing the top edges of your mat. Bend your knees, sink your hips, standing up tall. Lower down, stand and lift with your bum. What that means is I want you to not drop your chest forward and then use momentum to stand yourself up. Dig the weight into your heels. Squeeze your heels together, which will activate your hamstrings and your glutes. Squeeze that booty together. Squeeze and lift. Chest is proud. Squeeze and lift. It's like there's a wall right in front of you. Squeeze. Good. Hold this next one down. Hold it down. Lift your heels up and down. Good. So every time you lower your heels, I want you to plant them in towards your midline, right? That's if we drew a line right down the center of our body. Drive those heels in. You feel that activate the inside of your thighs and your core? You have to be so strong to do that. Let's create these good habits. Here's 4. 3, shoulders are relaxed. 2, keep those heels lifted. Can you pulse a little bit? Down. Good. This is hard work, so don't give yourself a break yet. You can do this. Fight through it. Oh my gosh. Small movements, big changes. Belly in. 8, 7, 6. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. Now lower your heels. Heel toe your way to standing. Turn and shift your front towards that chair. And now extend that left leg out. Your hips are square. Your arms are in front. Your chest is proud. Your belly is in. Lift your back leg up. Up and down. Same feeling of pulling that entire leg right out of your hip. Your hips stay square. Chest is proud. Shoulders are down. 4, 3, belly in. 2, hold that leg up behind you. Tiny little pulse, so it's your heel that's lifting towards the ceiling, but find length, reaching and pulling those toes away from that chair in front of you. 4, 3, hold it up steady. Bend your knee, open up your hip. That heel drives to the opposite glute. Lower down, and then press and lift it up. Lower to a figure 4, which in barre we call a passe, and then drive it behind you. Be very careful. I don't want that knee up to the side, right? I don't need to work those hip hikers in that hips. I want to work your back. I want to work your butt. Press long. Lower down, drive that pinky to the ceiling without arching your back. This next one, hold it up. Pulse, lift, and lift. I still want you to find length in that hip in front of you, right? So you don't want to crease your hip. Press the eye of your hip open. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, toes and knees facing forward. That left leg is still working. Right knee is right on top of that right foot. Flex your foot, lift your knee up. Drive that heel to the sky, lowering down onto your forearms without rounding in your back. You're finding length. Elbows down, shoulders down. Press and lift. Squeeze. Press nice and powerful, lifting up like you're trying to punch a hole in that ceiling with your heel. 4, 3, 2, hold it up there. Tiny pulses, lift. Squeeze, your hips are square. Don't let that left hip open up. Keep it centered toward the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Pull your belly button away from the chair. Drop your shoulders, drop your armpits towards the edge of your mat. Bend those knees, slowly walk all the way up. Move that chair out of your way. You need your ball. You're something squishy. It doesn't have to be a super inflated ball. Make your way onto your seat, and that ball is coming right behind you. So I first want you to find a pelvic tilt. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Now find a pelvic tilt, a little C shape in your spine, and then lean that ball right back behind you. So it's not digging into your booty. It's up a little bit. Good. And then you can lean into that, finding that C-shaped spine. Your belly should already be activated. So pull your belly button in towards your spine. Your shoulders are down. Reach behind, grabbing your hamstrings, toes, ankles, and knees. Inner thighs are zipped up tall. Chest is proud. Good, now lower down for 2. Lower down for 2 and then drive your chest to the sky. Lower down for 2. Good, your hands are here just for support, not to pick you up and down, right? So if you feel like you might be cheating, extend those arms in front. Lower, lift. Find that C shape, lower down, like you're getting sucker punched in the belly. And then rise your chest. Sucker punch. Good, now try to pin that belly button to tag the ball. Reaching up tall. Lower. Good, on this next one, hold it down low. Extend that right hand out, back center, and then lift it up 2 counts. Lower, back 2, extend that opposite arm out. Pull it center, and then lift yourself out. Lower, 2, open 3, 4, close 5, 6, lift 7, 8. Other side, down 2, open 2, lower 2, rise it tall. Good, keep your chest open. Center, rise all the way up. You can keep your hands on your thighs, out 2, into. The rotation doesn't have to be big to be effective, right? Reach small, center, lift up. Yes, out, open, in, tall. One more either side. Reach it proud, back in, lift it up. Here's your last one. Make it the best one you've got. Out, in, lifting all the way up, taking that ball, placing it in between your legs, slowly rolling down. Now I want your hips, knees, and ankles all in one straight line. So squeeze that ball to align all of those joints. Your hips are tucked under, so find that pelvic tilt. Lean back. We're going to lower down onto our back. Here we're going to do it together. Shoulders down. Lower. 2, 3, 4. In 4, 3, 2. You're all the way down. Relax your shoulders, neck, and head. Walk your heels in towards your hips slightly. Tuck your tail under because I want you to have an entire imprint of your spine from your head all the way down to your tail. Find grounding in the base of your feet. Pressing the weight into those heels. Press the weight into those heels. You feel your booty slightly rise automatically. Good. Squeeze that ball and lift your hips. Up, 2, lower, down for 2. Your arms are down in a V shape, a low V. Lift, 2. So as you start to find your groove, I want you to lift your hips up and squeeze your butt. Lower with control. Hips, little extra squeeze at the top, and then you lower down. When you lower down, you are barely grazing the pants on your booty before you're pressing back to the sky. Squeeze that ball. That will help you stay in alignment. Press. Good. Now drive your belly button towards the mat and then lower down. Pressing your shoulders into the mat, keeping your chest expanded. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. This next one, hold it all the way up at the top. Now lift your hips up 1 inch. Lift, squeeze your bum. Push the weight into your heels, which will roll you a little higher onto that shoulder area. Keep your chest open. Lift 8, 7, 6, 5. You have 4, 3. Hold it all the way up. Don't drop that bum. Squeeze that ball in and out. Your belly stays tight. Squeeze that ball. I want you to try to pop it with your inner thighs. You should feel your inner thighs lighting on fire. Your hamstrings and butt are already on fire, right? Keep that pace, keep that momentum. Press the eyes of your hips up towards the ceiling. 1 more inch for 8, 7, squeeze, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down with control for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that ball in your knees. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Reach around, grabbing your shins, reaching your hands together to clasp, bringing your knees all the way up, or your chest all the way up towards your knees. Slowly lower down. Grab that ball in your hands. reaching your hands up to the ceiling. That ball is pressing towards the ceiling. Walk your feet out wide towards the outside edges of your mat so the pinky toes are right on the outside of that edge of your mat. Lift your hips up, lift and lower. As your hips come up, your hands drop back. That ball drops back over your head and then drive up to the ceiling. Here's 4, 3, 2. Keep your hands, keep your hips up. Beautiful. Press your hips to the sky as you lower that ball back. 2, 3, 4. Rise up. 2. Lift your hips up higher. Hips raise up the whole time. Now lift them 1 inch higher every movement. Lower. 2, 3, 4. Press and lift. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Press and lift. 2. Hold it at the top. Hold it at the top. Lower that ball towards your chest. Now add your hips down and up. Now add your heels. Lift and lower, up and down. Pressing your shoulders into that mat, pressing the balls of your feet into that mat. Everything lower, everything lifts, everything is in control. Here's 8, 7, press, 6, 5, belly in. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold it up and hold for 8, 7, lift it higher, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower with control. Move that ball off to the side. You're done with it. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, keeping that left knee bent or extending that left leg nice and long. Good. Drive that knee in. Release it slightly. Drive that knee in. Good. This next one, hold that knee all the way into your chest. Now drop that knee over off the left edge of your mat, pressing that right shoulder in towards the floor. Find a big rotation. Extend that right arm. Your gaze follows your right thumb. Big inhale. Big exhale. Coming back onto your back, keeping that right knee bent. Bring your left knee up to meet your right. And now keeping that right knee bent, foot on the mat, or extending that leg out nice and long. Pull that thigh towards the left side of your ribs and lower down. Press and squeeze in. Make sure your elbows stay nice and close. Press and squeeze. This next one, hold your thigh towards your chest. Take that knee, reach it over to the right. Back body, bringing those knees into your chest one more time. Now draw big circles on the ceiling with those kneecaps. Good. Your spine is neutral. Your tail is on the floor. Change the direction of those circles. Your core is tight. Your low back is on the mat the whole time. One more. Good. Cross your ankles. Slowly roll all the way up, making your way into a tabletop position. And now press your right foot right in between those hands and then inchworm those right toes to the top edge of your mat, pressing that left hip forward. Find a nice long spine so your hips are square. Be careful you're not leaning too far into that right side. Your knee is on top of your ankle in front. Your heart is proud. Beautiful. As you inhale, find length from your left knee all the way up the front, out towards your head. Beautiful. Sit back on that knee. Lengthen your right leg. Keep those toes pointed. Zip up your pants and press your tail beyond the heel behind you. Lower your chest down towards that leg right on the inside of that right leg. Stay centered. Good, bend your front knee, pressing that back hip in front, reaching your hands overhead. Stay nice and steady. Clasp your hands, pressing your palms up to the sky. Lower those hands down, frame your foot. Keep your front foot flexed. Lengthen your leg. Drive both hips to the back edge of your mat. Beautiful. Bend both knees. Straighten your legs. Find a triangle, all 10 toes straight, facing the front edge of your mat. Step back into a downward facing dog. Lower down onto your hands and your knees. Here comes that left side. That left foot steps right in between your hands. Inchworm those toes to the top edge of your mat. Now press that right hip forward. Yes, make sure your knee stays right on top of your ankle. Make sure you're not popping out on that left hip. Stay nice and square. So pull that left hip back and press that right hip forward. Option curling your toes under, lengthening through your heels, straightening your back leg. Little deeper stretch back there. Lower that knee, point your toe, straighten that front leg, point your toe, and then sit your tail beyond your heel. So I don't want you to just think about sitting low. I want you to think about sitting long. Your chest is proud. Then you can lower your upper body right on the inside of that left thigh, left leg. Pressing that right hip forward one more time, bringing that knee right on top of your ankle, reaching your hands overhead, clasping your hands, reaching your palms all the way up to the sky, shoulders away from your ears, lower your hands down, frame your foot, keep that front foot flexed, drive those toes towards your shin, pressing that tail beyond the back edge of your mat. Bend both of your knees. Oh, there we go. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. There's your downward facing dog. Drive those heels down towards the mat. Tilt your tail up to the sky. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Shrug your shoulders a few times, pressing those shoulders towards your ears, as if there's a rope wrapped around your hips, hoisting you up to the ceiling. I want you to keep your hips hoisted to the ceiling as you walk your toes up to meet your hands. Stay there in a ragdoll in a forward fold, and then just grab the opposite elbow with your hand and then sway side to side. Find your center, bend your knees, place your belly, on your thighs, release your hands, slowly roll it all the way up. Center of your mat, toes and knees facing forward. I want your knees bent deeply. Tail is down, clasping your hands behind your back, opening up your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together, lengthening through your elbows, pressing those knuckles to the ceiling. Keep those hips tucked. Lift your ribs off of your hips. Keep your posture. Release your grip. Step to one side. Curtsy down. You did it. Awesome job.